Hi, I'm Yasmin Fernandes and I welcome you to my world of cooking in What's Cooking Man? To choose your subtitles, go to the upper right hand corner to the setting button and switch on the captions and choose your language. Hi everyone, today we are going to make breadfruit, fried breadfruit which is absolutely delicious, also known as palponos. A friend of mine gifted this breadfruit to me and so I decided to make breadfruit chips. But first let's cut the breadfruit. Now slice the breadfruit first into half. Now normally if you're buying a breadfruit, buy a bigger size so that you can get bigger nicer chips. But this is just a small gift that was given to me and so I'm making the chips with this breadfruit. Once you have cut the breadfruit into half, then quarter it and first remove the core. Just take it out very gently. Use a sharp knife because it's a little tough to cut. Now, once you have cut it, we will then start removing the outer skin. The outer skin also is very tough, and if you're using a sharp knife, which you have to be very careful not to cut yourself. So do this very slowly and nicely. And once you have cleaned your breadfruit, then you can start making the slices. Now the slices have to be medium thick, not too thin and not very fat also, just medium thick. Now, after you have cut your breadfruit in medium pieces, that is chips, put them in water, otherwise they will become black. So make your nice pieces. These chips are so really delicious. They'll taste lovely. And now is the season you get lovely breadfruit in the bazaar. Now, so I've cut these into medium sized pieces and I've kept them in water so that they don't blacken. Now, let me also take you all through the masalas which will be needed for the breadfruit. To make the breadfruit chips, we will require, I've taken a medium sized breadfruit of course, and I need 1 teaspoon of chilli powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and salt to taste. Now for the coating also we will take half a teaspoon of chilli powder, quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder and just a little salt. Half a cup of semolina and 1 tablespoon of rice flour and oil for shallow frying. Now, the first step is to mix the semolina with the rice flour. Just mix it well. The rice flour will give our coating a nice crispy crunch, which is so yummy. Now, add in the chili powder, the turmeric and the salt which were meant for the coating and mix everything well. Mix it really well so that the whole thing forms a lovely mixture. Now, once we have done that, keep the plate aside and drain the water from the chips and add the masala which we had taken out for the chips. Again, it's the same masala, the chili powder, the turmeric powder and salt. Now, using your hands, just give everything a good mix and see that each and every piece is really well coated. Like I told you all are going to enjoy these chips. They are absolutely delicious and yummy. One of my very favorite recipes. Now, having mixed the breadfruit with the masala, we will now coat the breadfruit chips. So, press them a little in the flour mixture, dust off the excess flour and then keep the chips aside. Like this, we will coat all the chips. Of course, shake off the excess flour and keep all the chips aside. you'll get quite a few from a medium-sized breadfruit. Now, in order to shallow fry the chips, I have used a tawa, and on the tawa we will add just a little sprinkling of oil. We have to just shallow fry these. So just put a sprinkling of oil and then place your breadfruit chips. Just arrange them comfortably. I mean, as many as your tawa can accommodate comfortably, put them nicely and allow them to fry on one side. Don't be in a hurry to flip them. Allow them to become nice and reddish pink on one side. There, I've put as many as I can comfortably accommodate, and now we'll just drizzle a little oil. Just swirl the oil around once in a while, but do not disturb the breadfruit chips. Just swirl the oil around. That's it. Just a little here and there. And allow the chips to fry well on one side. The flame, of course, has to be kept on medium-low. Otherwise, the chips will become red on one side, but they won't cook through and through. So, keeping that in mind, keep the flame nice and medium-low, and then once it has turned red on one side, we will now flip the chips. They have turned nice and golden. These chips are so yummy and crunchy and nice and soft inside. Don't they look like little pieces of fish? Let's flip them, and once you have flipped them, now allow them to cook and become nice and crisp and golden on the other side as well. Do try this recipe, and of course share it with your family and friends, and try it yourself. It's so yummy, really. Breadfruit chips are so delicious. And now just pierce them gently, and if the knife or fork goes through and through, it means your chips are done. Our chips are done, and it's now time to sit back and enjoy these lovely breadfruit chips, which are crunchy and nice on the outside and soft inside. So do like, share, subscribe, press the bell icon and get your comments in. I hope you all have enjoyed this recipe. It's very, very, very simple to make. Only thing you have to keep in mind is buy a slightly bigger sized breadfruit so that you can get nice sizable pieces of chips. There, our chips are now fried and golden and crunchy and ready to eat. So sit back and enjoy. Thank you for watching.